Okay, and hello and good afternoon po ulit sa inyong lahat. Welcome. My name is Emil Anake and I serve as the communication specialist for CRIF in the Philippines. And I am very honored to serve as your host for this afternoon's webinar. So this is a free webinar titled via vendor forum in collaboration with Maynilad. And this webinar aims to bring suppliers and Maynilad in one platform to empower the members of the VIA community and businesses across Asia with insights and opportunities to accelerate the growth and success of our attendees for this afternoon. So joining as speakers for this afternoon are top management from Maynilad. We have from Supply Chain Management Division, we have Ms. Joby Esguerra and Ms. Annalisa Baul. We have from the Program Management Division of Maynilad, Engineer Erwin Del Castillo, and of course, CRIF's Business Development Leader, Ms. Cynthia Lagonoy. So magandang hapon po to our dear speakers. I am very sure that our attendees are excited to hear about the content of your presentations for this afternoon. But before we jump off to our sequence of insightful speakers, allow me to remind everyone of CRIF's event policy in compliance with the Philippine Data Privacy Act. When you registered po during our event, our attendees have provided their professional information, including their name, the company they're currently working in, their contact information, and their designation. This information will be used by CRIF to update our database of over 700,000 companies in the Philippines and to contact you, our attendees, about your VIA membership and vendor pre-qualification. This information will also be shared with Maynilad. And if you have any questions about how CRIF maintains your professional information, you may send us an email to contact.ph@crif.com. This event is also being recorded. The recording will be shared with you after this webinar. Parts of this recording will also be used for CRIF's digital content marketing, and it will be uploaded in our social media pages. We also encourage our attendees for this afternoon to make full use of your time and participation. Pwede po kayong mag-network sa inyong co-attendees by using the chat box found on the WebEx platform. Nasa bottom part po ng inyong screen. Just make sure that you are sending it to everyone so that our panelists and the host can view and answer your questions later on during the Q&A session. You can also type in your professional information if you would like to network with your co-attendees. And finally, your microphones are muted. You may submit any questions or any clarifications in the Q&A or chat box. Please feel free to send your questions anytime during the presentation, and we will try to address or collect your questions and address them later during the Q&A session. Okay, so to formally start our event, we would like to introduce the head of Maynilad's vendor management. We have Ms. Joby Esguerra to give her opening message. Ms. Joby, magandang hapon po. Welcome to our digital.
Magandang hapon. Yes, thank you, Emil. Can you hear me?
Yes, Ms. Joby, we can hear you clearly.
Okay, so good afternoon to all the contractors. Welcome to the 2023 Contractors General Assembly. So actually, this is the first time that we're doing this vendor forum in partnership with CRIF Dun & Bradstreet. So with that, I would like to thank CRIF Philippines, Arden, and the rest of the marketing team for organizing this online event. So before anything else, I'd also like to acknowledge the virtual presence of my colleagues in Maynilad, especially Engineer Erwin, who will be presenting the details of the project. So to everyone, maginhawang hapon po sa ating lahat. Okay, so I believe most of you, if not all, are not yet accredited in Maynilad, no? So just an introduction, our company Maynilad is the largest water and wastewater service provider in terms of customer base here in the Philippines. And We are servicing 17 cities and municipalities that comprise the west zone of Metro Manila. So currently, we are managed by the Metro Pacific Investments Corporation, DMCI Holdings, and Marubeni Corporation. Okay, so in Maynilad, we just had a revised concession agreement with the government that grants us to continue to operate until 2037. So that's why we continue to invest on infrastructure projects in order to improve our services. And our major service obligation this year is to ensure that at least 88.3% of our service coverage are experiencing 24-hour water supply with at least 7 psi pressure. So in order to attain that end goal, we have a lineup of CapEx projects that were carefully planned and need to award this year. Okay, so today's roadshow is very important because we're about 2% more than 50 billion worth of CapEx projects. And majority of the budget is allocated to construction of primary distribution system of Poblacion and Teresa treatment plants, which are located in portions of Muntinlupa, Las Piñas, Bacoor, Imus, Rizal, and Morong. So aside from the pipe laying, we also have upcoming consultancy projects, EPC, and design and build the pump station and reservoir towards the end of the year. So basically, we just want to invite everybody to take a look at these business opportunities, and we hope that you will find this very attractive. But more than that, we hope that you will see the value of getting yourselves be part of our mission in providing water services to a lot of Filipinos. Okay, so I will not take much of your time so we can focus on the details of the project and to entertain more questions towards the end. So that would be all. Thank you and have a great day.
Thank you very much, Miss Joby. Very exciting po yung 50 billion worth of capex that will be presented later on. So during the promotion of this event, we have mentioned through our social media channels and through our email marketing campaigns that Maynilad is currently looking for suppliers and contractors such as primary and secondary pipe laying contractors, electromechanical contractors for trash rakes, sluice gate, instrumentation, and flow meter. They're also looking for well drilling contractors, water and wastewater technology providers, and general and building contractors for the construction of facilities. So how do you, our dear attendees for this afternoon, apply as pre-qualified contractors for the mentioned projects as what Engineer Erwin mentioned a while ago? What are the initial steps that you need to take to be shortlisted for these projects? Via's vendor pre-qualification process is the gateway for your business to be shortlisted and accredited as Maynilad's vendor. And here to talk about the vendor pre-qualification process of CRIF's Vendor Integrity Access is our business development leader, Ms. Cynthia Lagonoy. Ms. Cynthia is a management professional with over 10 years of sales experience and with extensive experience in handling top-listed companies across diverse industries. She helps mitigate risk and uncover opportunities in growing their business through a consultative approach to customer management. Let's all welcome Ms. Cynthia Lagonoy. Ms. Cynthia, magandang hapon po.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Cynthia Lagonoy, part of the Business Development Group in CRIF, a CRIFer. So, as mentioned earlier today, I'll be guiding you on how to be a pre-qualified vendor in Maynilad and help you on how to maximize your experience in VIA. To start, CRIF DNB Philippines has been serving the business intelligence needs of the Philippine market since 1998. Our company offers integrated business information solutions ranging from credit risk management, vendor management, sales and marketing, master data management, and employment verification. As a fulfillment partner of Dun& Bradstreet, We cover the largest and most comprehensive database worldwide. Today, CRIF DNB's database covers more than 790,000 of Philippine businesses from various sectors and industries. Here are the major industries that we cover in our database. As a preferred partner that understands the market needs, we work with customers across a diverse industries. We have utilities, name it, water, power, telco. We also serve the construction industries, manufacturing, services, transportation. We also have financial institutions, fintech companies, and more. And this growth is mainly contributed through our homegrown solution, the Vendor Integrity Access, or well known as VIA. So maybe some of you would be asking, what is VIA? Vendor Integrity Access is an online compliance platform for vendor pre-qualification. VIA empowers the procurement professionals to mitigate risk, reduce costs, and source ethically by leveraging on a best-in-class compliance evaluation platform. VIA also empowers suppliers and vendors in helping them interact with buyers and establish the right connection to do business. Here are the benefits of VIA to your company. As a vendor, you can create multiple connections of business opportunities from diverse set of VIA buyers in the platform. Compete among other suppliers and vendors through a fair and balanced assessment, and efficiently process your pre-qualification from payment to document submission through online. And I'm proud to share with you some of the VIA buyers that you can find inside the VIA portal. So are you excited on how to become a pre-qualified vendor to Maynilad? So let me guide you on this three easy process. So one, we have pay, second, upload, and then third, monitor. To start your pre-qualification, you need to pay the pre-qualification fee through our bank account. You can do it through online or offline or over the counter. Then send the copy of the proof of payment and copy of your BIR 2303 to the email address of viacascare.ph@crif.com. Our team will validate your payment within 24 hours to 48 hours. For the payment schedule, we have two classifications. If you are new in VIA or your membership has already expired, you need to settle the full amount of 5,880 pesos VAT inclusive if your company is registered within NCR, and 7,056 pesos VAT inclusive if your company is registered outside NCR. Now, if your company has active basic or premium membership in VIA, you need to pay the amount of 1,764 pesos VAT inclusive if you are an NCR registered company, and 2,940 pesos VAT inclusive if you are non-NCR registered company. And we have prepared a quick video to guide you on how to navigate the VIA portal.
Hey everyone! Not sure on how to navigate the VIA portal? It's easy. This is the VIA portal login page. Simply type www.vendorintegrityaccess.ph in the address bar. CRIF has created an account based on the endorsed representative of your company. If you have not received the account activation email, reach us at viacostcare.ph@crif.com. If you already have your account credentials, type your username and password. Once logged in, you will see your company dashboard. Upload your company logo on the left side. Fill out your company information on the vendor registration form. Click Edit and hit Save. Remember, you need to update your profile annually or whenever there are changes in your company information. CRIF and the VIA buyers use the vendor registration form to contact your company about pre-qualification updates and projects. Don't forget to include your ongoing and completed projects for the Projects tab. What are you waiting for? Purchase a VIA membership and select a buyer to pre-qualify today.
So going back to our presentation. Okay. So now we know how to navigate inside the portal. Let's review what are the required documents for Maynilad. So in VIA, we have classified the documents into two. First is the common documents. These are the documents applicable across all types of vendors or companies in the Philippines. So to start, for the business registration, if you are a corporation, please submit the following: SEC registration or your SEC certificate, articles of incorporation and bylaws. Also, your latest general information sheet. If you are a sole proprietorship, you need to submit your DTI registration and one government-issued ID. For permits, you need to submit your business permit latest and the copy of your BIR 2303 or the BIR certificate. For the audited financial statement, you need to submit 3 consecutive years with proof of BIR payment and SEC received stamp and all its attachment. If you are a sole proprietorship, please include copy of your annual ITR or known as BIR Form 1702. If you are a corporation, it should be BIR Form 1702. Next, for the module documents, this is applicable or specifically required by the buyer by Maynilad. And if you are a contractor, you need to submit the following additional documents. First, the pickup license. Second, the list of completed and ongoing projects. Third, notarized secretary certificate for authorized representative to transact with Maynilad, and list of credit line if available. Now, let's move to suppliers. For suppliers, you need to submit the latest remittances for SSS, Home Development Mutual Fund, and PhilHealth. Next, certificate of exclusive distributorship from manufacturer, if applicable. DOLE 18A, certificate of registration for manpower outsourcing service provider. Photocopy of official receipt and sales invoice. Authority to print for the BIR 1921, supplier accreditation questionnaire, company profile, table of organization, ISO 14001 certificate, utility bill, any of the following, definitely water or electric or the telephone, and notarized secretary certificate for authorized representative to transact with Maynilad. And if you are a foreign vendor, you only need to submit the following: copy of the business registration certificate, latest audited financial statement covering the past 3 consecutive years, secretary certificate for authorized signatories or representatives, and company profile. So now we know what are the requirements. Let us guide you on how to upload and submit those documents inside the portal.
Once you have paid for your membership and module, you can start uploading your company documents. There are 2 types of documents in VIA: common and module documents. Common documents refer to documents required for membership and across all VIA buyers. Module documents refer to documents required by a specific VIA buyer needed for projects and bids. You need to upload all of these documents within 3 months to continue your pre-qualification. Take note of these reminders when uploading the documents. File size should not be more than 50 MB. Files should be in PDF. Use the correct file name. Once you're done uploading the required documents, make sure to click the Submit Documents for Review button. Clicking this button prompts CRIF to start reviewing your submitted documents. If you're unable to provide the required documents within 3 months, CRIF will automatically generate your company's report with the available documents. You may be tagged as Report Delivered, Documents Incomplete. What does this mean? It means that the VIA buyer will know that there are specific aspects of your business that you're not compliant to. You may miss out the opportunity to do business with them. Do you need help in understanding and uploading the documents? Reach out to our customer service.
We also wanted to help more your company by pre-qualifying with Maynilad so you can become closer to other benefits as a vendor. In fact, in VIA, we have other two types of membership that we wanted to promote. If you are a company that wanted to apply to multiple VIA buyers aside to Maynilad, you can avail the premium membership and pay the discounted fee every time you apply for other buyers. Also, you can get our online trust seal that you can place in your website and in your emails. But if you are a vendor that wanted to apply to multiple VIA buyers through a single fee and one-time payment, VIA All Access is perfectly fit for your company. If you want to know more about this benefits, pre-qualification process, please feel free to reach out to us. Here is my email address and contact number together with our VIA work group team. Thank you very much and have a nice good afternoon.
And final question for Ms. Cynthia before we end this webinar. What advice or tips can you give to our attendees while they are completing their pre-qualification for vendor integrity access? Ano po kayang advice or tips yung mabibigay natin sa kanila to ease their pre-qualification process?
Yes, as a vendor, one, if you are new in VIA, this is your time to maximize your experience of getting to know more with Maynilad and be part of the potential projects that they have. If you are also new in VIA, you can also check other VIA buyers inside the VIA portal to increase more opportunities across all VIA buyers. That is our assistance that we also do for the vendors to at least pre-qualify not only for one buyer but to multiple buyers.
Thank you very much, Miss Cynthia. I'd like to request final words from maybe Miss Anna or Miss Joby before we end the webinar.
In behalf of Maynilad, we want to thank CRIP DNB for helping us to roadshow our projects for this year. And sa lahat po ng attendees, thank you so much po for taking time to listen to us. Hopefully po maka-receive po kami sa inyo ng letter of intent and application for accreditation. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Miss Anna. If you are interested to send any applications or letter of intent, Miss Joby has typed in her email address sa chat box po. It's joby.mendoza@mayniladwater.com.ph. And that is it for our webinar this afternoon. Please feel free to reach us through the contact details that you are seeing on your screen. We have our email addresses and our contact numbers. Maraming salamat po kay Miss Joby, Miss Anna, Engineer Erwin, and the rest of the Maynilad management team, and of course to Miss Cynthia. But before you go, here's a couple of reminders from CRIF. Recording of this webinar and our previous webinars are available on our social media and YouTube channel. We encourage you to follow us on our social media to keep yourselves updated on our webinar schedule and other vendor pre-qualification related contents. We are excited to start a conversation with you. After this event, our CRIF representatives will call you to follow up on your vendor pre-qualification with Maynilad. We will also reach out to you via email to provide copies of the materials used this afternoon. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. This has been CRIF's webinar titled Via Vendor Forum in collaboration with Maynilad. My name is Emil Anake, and on behalf of the entire CRIF team in the Philippines, in Asia, and around the world, maraming salamat po.